اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وعلى أصحاب سيدنا محمد.
And he would be crying, and whilst he's crying, she says there would be a puddle of water, which is due to the tears of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Subhanallah, this is our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is crying at night. Does he need to worship? Allah has given him everything. He is guaranteed success, guaranteed Jannah, guaranteed eternal bliss. Yet he is crying, worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu anha says that I could hear that from his tongue he would be saying, Rabbi, Habli, Ummati, Oh my Lord, forgive my ummah. Oh my Lord, forgive my ummah. He is crying all night, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, for us, so that we be forgiven. Yet should we not be ashamed of ourselves? That for the sake of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we can't follow his sunnah. We can't do much for his deen, for his religion. We can't spend time for the religion. We can't spend time to send durood upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Although he did all of this for us, he would cry in the night, Allah kya jahannam ab bhi nasand hoga, ro ro ke Mustafa ne darya baha diye hai. Ala Hazrat radiallahu ta'ala says that he has cried so much for us. Yet, oh my dear beloved Muslim brothers, think to yourself that he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the most beautiful creation of Allah, the best of all creations of Allah, he cried so much for us. What have we done for him? What have we done for him? And do you know that when he passed away and they were burying the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, do you know what words they could hear? The people that were lowering the message of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they could hear Rabbi, Habli, Ummati, even when he passed away. Subhanallah. Does he not hold the right over us? If he did all of this for us, then can we not do something for the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? Tell me, do you love the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? Do you all love the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? Do you know that the message of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala narrates this in Tirmidhi Sharif, that once a man drank water standing up, khade hokar pani ki. And the message of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam became so upset and furious that he made him vomit that water out and said, drink water sitting down. That's how upset he became, because an ummati was standing up and drinking water. Now think to yourself, do you drink water standing up? He sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did so much for you. He cried and cried for us. He made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for us. Always thought about us. Yet can we not only do this for the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? Go into the town center where you have gone to shop, and when you are thirsty, in front of everybody, sit down and drink water with the intention that this is the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And I assure you that every action goes to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And when he receives that, he will be pleased with you. So we all need to make an oath to ourselves that next time we need to drink water or drink anything, we will sit down and drink it. No matter who is watching, if I'm in school or in college or university or I'm at work, I will sit down and drink water. Only because that will please the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Do you know the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Khaliful Mushrikeen, contradict the disbelievers, contradict the polytheists, the idol worshippers, contradict them. Don't follow their way, go against their way. He says, Waqfu shawarib, shorten mustache, trim your mustache, and in some narrations, remove your mustache. وَأَخُلُّهَا, and lengthen your beard. And this is an order of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hukum of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the ulama-i-kiram, they agree that when the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam makes an order, then it becomes wajib upon you. So it is wajib to shorten your mustache and lengthen your beard. This is wajib. And the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ordered for us to do this. And do you know how much he disliked, how much he hated a person to lengthen his mustache and shave his beard? Do you know how much he hated that? Once, two non-Muslims came as messengers of one of the kings of one of the close by countries. They came with a message from their king to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They had big mustaches and no beard. They were non-Muslims, but the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam turned his face. He didn't want to look at them. He hated that face. He despised that face. He didn't even want to look at them. Knowing, he knew that these are not Muslims, yet still he did not dare look at them. Think to yourself, I am a follower of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Should I not keep a beard? Should I not trim my mustache and keep a beard, lengthen my beard? What if on the day of judgment, or never mind the day of judgment, what if in the grave, you know Sayyidina Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu ta'ala, whenever he would go to a grave, and he would be saying salam to the person in the grave and reciting Fatiha, he would start crying so much, he would cry so much that his whole beard would become drenched with water. When they asked that, why do you cry so much when you come to a grave? He says, because if you pass here, then you will be successful on the day of judgment. But if you fail in your grave, then there is no success on the day of judgment. So forget about the day of judgment at this moment. Think about the grave. In the grave, when the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam will come. But think, if you shave your beard, but if you cut it less than a fist, and you leave your mustache to grow, then will the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam look at you in your grave? Will he help you in your grave? You need to ask that question to yourself. You all those who do not keep a beard, you all need to ask yourself that question. Think to yourself, you are a believer, you believe in Allah, you believe in the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You say all the time that I love the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam more than every other person in my life, more than my parents, more than my children, my wife. I love the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And do you know what Imam Ghazali radiallahu ta'ala says? He says, it is absolutely impossible to love somebody, to say that you love somebody, yet have no apparent signs showing that you love that person. When a man loves another female, do you know that his friends, they know that something's going on. He's fallen in love. That's why he's doing this. Because these are the apparent signs that automatically appear on your outer appearance because of that love you have for that person. Do you know, since I've come here, I've seen a lot of people wearing bracelets. They wear bracelets, jewelry is for women. Okay, they wear bracelets. I've seen someone with a chain. This is totally haram in Islam for men. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam forbade it. Yet why do we Muslims still do that? Do you know why they do that? I'll tell you why they do that. Because they love somebody other than the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's a fact. This is a fact. Do you know the rap stars, the rap artists in America, the gangster rap artists, you know, they wear all these jewelry. They wear all these chains. And you know, those who like them, they imitate them. It's a fact. It's human nature. It's the human nature that they imitate what they like. And that is why they do this. Or it's somebody else, another famous person that does this. That's why they're doing this. Or it's a girlfriend maybe, because of which they're doing this. It is all because they love somebody other than the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But do you know, if you love the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then automatically the signs of loving the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam appear on your outer appearance. It is absolutely inevitable that they will appear. And the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى أكون أحب إليه من والده وولده والناس أجمعين. That none of you is a complete believer until he loves me or he finds me more dear than his own family, his own children and his own parents. So if you love the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I beg you today to say to yourself that you know what, forget everything in this world for the sake of Allah and for the sake of the love of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I will keep a beard and I will lengthen my beard and I will shorten my moustache. I will sit and drink water from now on, because this is the life of a Muslim, following the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We must follow the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have to go into our own graves, and when you go into your own grave, how will you show your face with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? We owe everything to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.